If you've watched my channel at all, you know that I love Glock pistols. Not against other pistols, because I just love guns in particular, but I really like Glock pistols. They're reliable, they're reasonable, they're accurate, they're simple. First time I ever bought a Glock was a Model 17, and a buddy of mine, when I saw it, I said, ugh, I don't like that gun. I don't like the way it looks. After I shot it, I was sold. Bought a 19, loved it, 9mm. Bought a 23, hated it. Bought a Model 22, hated that. I don't know why, I couldn't shoot it. I just could not get it on the paper like I wanted it. Bought a Model 21, loved the way it shot, but it was too much for my hand. Bought a Model 30, love it. And I've had other Glocks. Buddy of mine came up to me the other day. He said, hey man, I've got a Glock I'm going to sell. And I said, hey, all right, how much you want for it? And he told me, and I was like, well, it's a good deal. And he said, it's .40 caliber. And I went, ooh. But I knew there was a gun show coming up, and I said, okay, tell you what, I'll take it. And my plan was really is to take it, shoot it, do a little review, and then trade it off at the gun show. Well, I shot it, and I've changed my mind. Now, before you give me a hard time, I understand that .40 has come into its own. In fact, most of your police agencies now are carrying the .40 caliber, and it's proven to be an accurate, reliable cartridge. You know, a lot of times 9mm gets a bad rap, but if you put the right ammunition in it, it makes a very effective self-defense round. And also, of course, .45 is just world-renowned for its self-defense capability. But the .40 Smith & Wesson, for some reason, has just never tricked my trigger. With that being said, .40 caliber, though, fits a perfect notch in between 9 and 45. And, you know, so if you like it, of course, the recoil can be a little sharp. It's a lot different, for some reason, than the 9 or the 45. In fact, my 45 Model 36, the recoil is less with .45 caliber than it is with this .40 caliber, which is a little more sharp, but very manageable. Now, on this gun, you have your Hogue handle grip, which that's the way it was when I bought it. I wouldn't have necessarily put it on, and I really like it. I even took it off and put it back on because I just like the grip. Another thing that's kind of neat about this one is this one has a pierced grip on the bottom, and as you see, it has that little bump on it, and it fits into this notch in the bottom of your magazine. Another thing, the other thing about Glock is there's so many different accessories. So many. I mean, you know, they have the barrel plugs, you have stainless steel guide rods, recoil guide rod springs you can put in, you know, of course, sights, holsters. They're just a bunch of different things that you can add to your Glock. Now, I haven't added a lot of accessories to my Glocks because they're simple and they just seem to function. But here lately, there's so many different things that are being added that I've started looking into doing some things, and I'll be getting videos out with that pretty soon. One of my favorite, though, is caliber changes. If you don't like .40, or if you have a 9mm and you want to put a different barrel, you can slide a Lone Wolf, or there are a bunch of different other companies that make just drop-in barrels. And then with another magazine, you've got a gun, you've got a totally different caliber to shoot. 357 SIG, 9mm, both will fit into this gun and function, and you'll have, like I said, you just have a lot of options with that kind of, even ported barrels, a lot of other things. I like that handle on it.
Yeah, it does feel good. That's .40? Yeah.
The Model 23 is Glock's compact version of their .40 Smith & Wesson caliber. It weighs just over 21 ounces, so it's really lightweight. It also has a 4-inch barrel, and it holds 13 in the magazine. Now, it will take the 22, Model 22, which is the full-size .40 Smith & Wesson Glock. It will accept its magazines, which are 15 rounds. And they do have a 17-rounder with a +2 insert. So these guns are very versatile. You know, Glock is known worldwide for its introduction of the polymer frame. And these have held up to hundreds of thousands of rounds and just kept on shooting. Also, though, this surface has been treated on the metal with a Tenifer coating, which is actually resistant to any kind of corrosion. It's also a matte finish. Now this gun in particular is a well-used second generation Glock 40 caliber, but it's very tough, and it's just broken in good. Now the Glock is very comparable to the Model 19 Smith & Wesson 357 revolver as far as with police issued guns. And for years, police would only use revolvers. That was the mainstay of most police agencies. But what happened was when Glock was introduced, because it was such a simple design and because they were so reliable, they began to take over the law enforcement market. In fact, even today, they take 65% estimated of the law enforcement carry gun. And there are a lot of reasons for that. One of the things is very simple. You load it, and then that's it. You don't have to worry about safeties. You don't have to worry about all the different things that you do on some of the guns. It's just you pull it out like a revolver, and it goes bang. And that's one of the things that's great, especially for first-time shooters, that I would recommend a Glock. Female shooters as well. If she feels comfortable, or if you feel comfortable as a woman shooting a 40, then go for it. But otherwise, you can even go with a 9, which is even more manageable. Okay, I think I'm changing my mind about 40 caliber. This is about 15 yards, and it was pretty rapid fire. The way ammo has been flying out the door, especially like at Walmart, or even it's been hard to get even at gun shows and other places. It was really funny. I told a buddy of mine the other day, I said, you know, every time I go into Walmart, there's no ammunition except 40 Smith & Wesson. That ought to tell you something about 40s. And then I was looking in one of our local papers, which does gun trading, and in there you always see Glock 40s for sale, Model 22s, Model 23s, and you hardly ever see the 9mm for sale. But my buddy looked at me and said, well, you know, that might be a good option. Get yourself a 40, you have available ammunition. And you know, that really sparked a seed with me. So when this guy talked about this 40, it really kind of pushed me over to say, you know what, I might try it out. I think it might be something that I need to recheck into. And I'm going to tell you, I'm glad I did, because I love this little pistol. Now, while I'm not going to go into all the history and everything that I do a lot of times on the Glock pistol, because I've already done some videos with that, just check them out, you know, my Model 17, Model 36. But one thing that I love about the Glock, and it's this. Pull the trigger. Slide back just a touch. Barrel slide off. You're going to reassemble it. It's done. Simple, beautiful design. Please subscribe for more fun gun reviews and sensible survival. God bless America. Long live the Republic.